guys, it's Paula from PSA Creations. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Today's video is a flip through of a little golden book that I just finished, The Velveteen Rabbit. Now, this weekend at this time will be Easter in 2025, and I thought it was fitting to do a little golden book that was maybe bunny or spring inspired. So I chose The Velveteen Rabbit. I found this little golden book. I also found a secondary book that I believe I showed in another haul or in a haul video. And many of the tags or journaling cards that I made for this book are pages or cutouts from that other The Velveteen Rabbit book that I found. So this is my traditional style of little golden book. The spine is still the original spine. So 2 signatures in this book. Spine is about 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. I did add some vintage yellow rickrack here, and I did add some book corners. I did not take the Kmart sticker off. I thought that's just part of the charm of the book, but I can take it off, and there is a little bit of wear here on the book from where I think maybe somebody attempted to take the Kmart sticker off at one point. But again, I think it's part of the charm of the book itself. The back is in its original state, not covered, and a little bit of lace on the spine, which is what I usually tend to do. The closure is not attached, and it's just a piece of fabric, spring fabric that I had. So it's a little floral truck, like the little red truck for Christmas, but it's a little floral truck. And I just stitched 2 pieces together that I had, and that is what I used for my closure. So the book itself has, as I mentioned, 2 signatures. It is in its entire order, so you can still read the book. By the way, who has read The Velveteen Rabbit? Because I had never read it, and I had to read it before I started putting it together. And at one point, I almost wanted to cry. I don't want to give it away, but I think you know what point I'm talking about. But then everything turns out okay. So I just want to say that. I had never read it before, guys. Never. So it has about 110 pages, 120 pages, front and back total. So on the spine, the fabric that I used is the same fabric that I used to make the closure, the little truck. And like I said, it is in order so you can read it. I did no alteration to the front of the cover of the book or the back cover of the book, with the exception of the fabric, obviously, from the spine. Yeah, so let's get started on this flip through. This is a copyright of 1992. 1992, The Velveteen Rabbit. And when I first started reading it as well, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this a Christmas book? But it's not. If you've read it, I think you know it's not a Christmas book. The little bunny was gifted to the little boy on Christmas in his stocking. And that's the extent of Christmas that you will see in here. So this is a cutout from one of the, the Little Velveteen book, where it's just the little boy's toys. And I made that into a journaling card in one of my junk mailer envelopes. And here I just have a little bunny sticker, 2 little bunnies. I stamped some grass, a rock, and then a flower. And then I used my color pencils to color it in. Vintage music paper in the background. We have some eyelet vintage trim and a little bunny holding a tennis racket. Let me see if I can get that for you guys. I don't know if it's going to focus. Maybe. On a bullpen. We have avocado dyed paper, food dyed lined paper, and here's the little bunny with this Christmas stocking. And these are all his little toys, friends. This is the little corner pocket that I made. on a kids activity book page. And then I stamped a little flower right there. And this again is from the other book. I just left it as is because this actually says The Velveteen Rabbit is a timeless story that can be enjoyed in many levels by readers of many ages. I just thought that was cool, but if you don't like that, you can cover it obviously and make this a journaling card, but I wanted to keep that there. Coffee dyed paper, and I just did a little bit of stenciling. This is a book from like an artist sketchbook, and it had a little bunny rabbit. So I added this, or this is a page, I should say, from an artist sketchbook, and a whale tail tab. The story continues. Here's a little bit more stenciling that I did. This is a reproduction invoice. This vintage 1960s dictionary page, and then some vintage trim here that I sewed on. The middle of this first signature is a page bird from a bird book. I just thought it looked, I liked how it looked. I did do a little fabric tab on this one here, and it's the same fabric that I used on the spine and the closure. This is a little fabric ruffle that I use. This is vintage fabric. I think this was like a curtain or something. So it's like a vintage curtain, and I just added a ruffle. Here's another one of the junk mailer pockets, a little bunny sticker, a little bit of paper collage. And again, this is another page from the other Velveteen Rabbit book that I turned into a journaling card for you. The reproduction invoice, coffee dyed paper. This is a paper, a fabric doily, a fabric flower. I think this was a cutout from like a bigger piece. I bought it from someone. These are, if you know how I make my little golden books, and I mentioned it in the previous videos where I kind of show the process that I follow. I did not come up with this process. I found someone else that came up with it, and I enjoy it. This is a bonus page, and in this bonus page is actually a pocket. So it's a bonus page that's also a pocket. And again, this is a page from the other Velveteen Rabbit book of the little toys that the little boy got for Christmas. And here's the little Velveteen Rabbit. Made it into backed it with some lined paper. And so it's a journaling card. I made this a little belly band with some, I can't remember what this is called, this type of trim where it's the little fuzzies. But I thought it was cool to add it as kind of like velvety. Here's another journaling card, and again, this is a page from the other Velveteen book. And again, I just lined it, backed it with lined paper, sewed around it. It is a little journaling card. And here's the other bonus page, or another bonus page. This is just a little doily, and it's just a little tuck. This is a little die cut that I made with my Cricut. And there's a little pocket on this side too. I just don't have anything in it. Let me show you guys. Just so you can see if it's a pocket. There you go. Or a little tuck. Maybe I wouldn't call it a pocket, a tuck. Here is a little cluster that's a little tuck. And here's another little journaling card, a little paper clip with some trim on the top of it. This is the sad part of the book. Again, these are cutouts from another Velveteen Rabbit book that I got. It wasn't a little golden book. It was actually a larger book. This is a vintage music sheet that I just decoupaged with a beautiful napkin that I thought was floral and went well. On the other side, I added some vintage lace here, and it's a little pocket with a vintage Yahtzee scorecard, another page or image from the other Velveteen Rabbit book that I made again into a journaling card for you. This is a vintage recipe page from a book. Truffles, vanilla clusters, cherry jubilee. Almond Elegance, Frozen Caramel, Peach Delight, and Mud Pie. And then another little bunny die cut for you to do whatever you would like with. Whoop, it's fighting me. And here's the third bonus page in the first signature. And in here, I loved the entire page. This is from the other book. I just loved how this looked, so I just kept the whole page together. You can obviously cut it out if you want just the image, but I loved this too. So that's why I really couldn't cut it out. And I believe there's also, this is another image from the other Velveteen Rabbit book as well. And again, I just loved the flowers, so I just cut it out and backed it and made it a little journaling card. But I couldn't cut that out. It was just too adorable, the entire page. But whoever gets this can do what they please with it. And are these not just cutest little paper clips? Little stars. Signature 2. The story continues. Here's a little bit more of that curtain vintage fabric that I made into little ruffles. Here's another one of my little mailer pockets. I did some stamping, some washi tape. This was an image from the book. It's the little Jack in the box that he got, and then I just stamped. And there's that curtain again. I used that as my tag topper. Vintage music sheet, vintage map page, a little image again from the other book that I cut out. This is the vintage dictionary page from the 1930s, I believe, and some of that eyelet trim. And then this is just a piece of cardstock, lightweight cardstock that I did some punching on. It's a little booklet, so you can do some journaling on. And I just have it hung over the page with a little paper clip. There we go. Lined paper with a little paper tab. This is another page from the kids' activity book. The story continues. I don't know if that is, I think that that's paint. Somebody maybe had paint and then did a thumbing, because I don't think that's part of the original book page image. I don't know. So here's another page of that sketchbook that I mentioned, and it had the rabbits in it, and then a little fabric. It's like a ruffle, but I kind of wanted to also make it like a tab situation here. Here's another one of those fabric floral that I just glued on this coffee dyed paper. Little pockets, and this is a little card that I got, I think at the Goodwill. They were animal cards from 2001. Rabbit Facts. So I thought that went well. It is glossy, as you can see. Little sticker here. And on this side, here's another image from the other Velveteen Rabbit book. And I backed it with just regular copy paper. Actually, this is typewriter paper. So I just thought it was cute. I wanted to keep it like this instead of just that little piece. So you have more writing space. The middle of the signature is a page from a floral book. And these are lemons. I liked how it looked. And this paper tab, dictionary page with some vintage lace, and I just have a little bowl pin here with a key charm. Copy dyed paper. Here's another one of my mailer envelopes. And again, this is an image from the other book. I love that image. I cut it out and then I stamped some stars and sewed around. This is a food container that I repurposed. This is another image or page from that sketchbook. This is just a floral one. This is one of the bonus pages. This is not, it's just a bonus page where you can maybe, if you wanted to, color it in. The activity page, the lined paper, This is the dictionary page, and here I just used a coffee filter for little pockets. This is a little sticker, and this is a little cutout. You can erase the face of it if you'd like. Here's a paper clip with a little, what is that called? Yarn. And then again, this is a cutout from one of the other books, and I had this cardstock with the brown backing. I thought it looked pretty cool, so I went ahead and glued it on and then sewed it all the way around. And these are 2 pages from what is it, magazine, Craft and Home Projects from 2002, and they have little bunnies on them, so I have those in here too. Go ahead and put the paper clip back in. Just helps keep it together. Okay, I didn't want to. Okay, I got it. Good for you. Okay. All right. Here's another bonus page, and here I have a vintage ledger page. And see, on here you can even, it's a pocket obviously, and you can write on here, or you can add something, pictures. And on this side I added, again, it's an image from the other book, the Velveteen Rabbit book. The vintage National Geographic's map page, music sheet. Here's another die cut of a little bunny. And he was a real rabbit at last. Yay! And here is the final page, which is another bonus page, which is a side-loading pocket. And this is, again, another little die cut of the bunny. This was another full page that I just couldn't find it in me to cut up. But again, if somebody wants to cut it up, so you have the little fairy that made him into a real rabbit. And then this is where the fairy is making him a real rabbit. And I just put that in here like this. Oh, maybe. It's not as difficult as I just made it look to get it in there. Okay. Yeah, you know. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. This book will be available on my website or in my Whatnot to Marketplace. Both links will be down in the description. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks so much, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Bye!